Hey, it's Marek. I'm in Warsaw, Poland this week, and I'm very excited to be here. Just a couple of days, I received a box in my hotel, and the box contained 5 fresh from the printing house copies of the Polish translation of my book, The Economy of Algorithms. Really exciting because in just a few weeks, those books will be here in Poland on bookshelves in bookstores. This is an extended edition of the book, so, Polish readers are getting some extra benefits here. Anyways, I'm here to talk to you about the most recent newsletter at the Economy of Algorithms. A newsletter that started with a text message that I received from a friend. That text message made me laugh and worry both at the same time. He wrote, "We're back to 1994. He was super frustrated after losing access to generative AI tools at work. Let me read it to you. The title is Ban Deep Backdoor, and the subtitle is The Italy Pattern. We're back to 1994. My friend, who works at a hospital, texted me a few weeks ago. Not that 1994 was bad. One of the greatest albums of all time, Nirvana's MTV Unplugged in New York, was recorded that year. Never mind. My friend was furious after his employer took away a Gen AI tool. For 3 months, he and his colleagues were given access to Microsoft Copilot. Not the full version, mind you. They had a version that worked in Word and Excel, but only inside a web browser. I think it's called Copilot Pro, but don't take my word for it. Microsoft doesn't make it easy to understand what they sell. His Copilot couldn't even search the internet, but my friend used it, and it helped him. Then, the IT department downgraded his team to what he calls a handcuffed chatbot. Still Copilot, but not inside Office apps anymore, chained to a chat window instead. No Excel or Word integration. They also received a custom-built internal model based on GPT-4. Yet another chatbot, really. The only difference? It's able to access some internal documents. He describes the whole experience as like going from a Ferrari to taking the bus. Safe, slow, predefined journey. Now, it would never occur to me to compare Microsoft Copilot to Ferrari. In my completely biased opinion, Copilot is as helpful as a banana slicer, but I get the point. If you run a bento box business, banana slicers are useful. Copilot has its place too, I guess. When IT took away Copilot from my friend, they forgot a lesson every coffee drinker has learned. You cannot unexperience a cognitive boost. Once you know that morning coffee exists, that it makes you sharper, faster, more capable, being told to stop doesn't make you forget. It just makes you irritable and sneaky. When your coffee machine breaks, you don't just shrug and leave without caffeine. Your legs carry you to the nearest cafe. Call it dependence, addiction, or conscious choice. Regardless, you will have that coffee. The need doesn't disappear, it just finds a new path. The Italy experiment. So, what happens when you ban AI after people have had a chance to taste it? Italy ran that experiment in March 2023. They blocked access to ChatGPT over privacy concerns. A group of researchers tracked what happened next, following 8,000 Italian software developers on GitHub. Why GitHub? It is a place where many software developers upload code they write. What unfolded was a story in 3 acts that should terrify every IT department. Act 1. First day after the ban. Productivity drops 50%. Act 2. The following day, productivity is still down 50%. Act 3. On day 3, productivity mysteriously returns to normal. For good. Did Italian coders suddenly learn to code as efficiently without Gen AI? Of course not. Google searches for VPN Software that lets you pretend you're not in Italy spiked 52 percentage points. Tor usage, another way of overcoming the ban, jumped 9.4 percentage points. The developers didn't stop, they went underground. The containment paradox. Here's what every IT department learns too late. The tighter you squeeze AI access, the less you control it. Think of it like Prohibition-era America. Banning alcohol didn't stop drinking, it just moved it underground and made it more dangerous. When you ban something people need, you don't eliminate the behavior. Instead, you eliminate your ability to shape it. My friend's hospital thought they reduced the risk by downgrading from Copilot Pro to a safe chatbot. Instead, they lost visibility into what AI tools people actually use, removed any chance to train proper usage, and created a powerful incentive to hide AI experimentation. They turned their most compliant employees into their biggest compliance risks. That's the paradox of containment. Maximum control creates minimum governance. Samsung learned this early on. In April 2023, their engineers pasted semiconductor measurement data to ChatGPT prompts. Then, internal meeting notes. Then, equipment source code. 3 leaks, 20 days. Samsung's response? Total ban on ChatGPT and other consumer AI tools. What happened next? Samsung promised an internal AI tool within a month. The rest we can only infer from what happened in Italy. When you take away a cognitive tool people depend on, they find other ways. The ban likely pushed usage underground where it's invisible and uncontrolled. The Italy pattern: ban, dip, backdoor. When controls tighten, behavior follows a familiar arc. You've probably seen it before. A short period of pretending, a dip in output, then a quiet detour around the rules. Ban. You receive an email. For security reasons, we're moving to approved tools only. Copilot disappears. The custom tool appears. No one asked for this. Dip. It's the Italian programmers struggling to write code. It's my hospital friend typing like it's 1994. The jarring return to yesterday while remembering how much better tomorrow was. Backdoor. Within 48 hours, Italian developers were back to full speed. They hadn't given up ChatGPT, they just learned to hide it. Personal phones become the new IT department. VPNs become standard equipment. Shadow IT becomes business as usual. A recent report revealed that 28% of employees say they would use AI at work even if explicitly banned. But Italy proved that this number is ridiculously conservative. When actually banned, close to 100% of developers found workarounds within 48 hours. That ship has sailed. It hit an iceberg, and it sank while employees are already swimming to shore with waterproof phones, running ChatGPT through their personal VPNs. The choice you're not making. Here's my point. Your governance isn't preventing AI use. It's just ensuring that when your data leaks, it will happen through someone's personal ChatGPT account. The question isn't whether employees should use AI tools. Italy proved they will no matter what you decide. The question is whether they'll use them with your guidance or despite your prohibition. Now, IT leaders aren't stupid. They know everyone's using personal AI anyway, but deploying a useless, safe chatbot is the only move that protects their job when something goes wrong. We had controls in place works better than we trusted people when the CEO asks what happened. The solution? Change the incentives. Make the secure path better than the backdoor. Give people AI tools so good they don't need workarounds. Reward adoption, not abstinence. Next Tuesday at 10 a.m., run this test. Ask your IT team to estimate how many employees use personal AI tools. Then, get the real number through a private survey. If the gap is over 30%, you might have an AI policy, but you certainly have an AI underground. Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be. Nirvana had it right in 1994. Your employees will come as they are, with or without your permission. So that's the article. Now, fun fact. Almost immediately after I published the article, a friend of mine emailed me saying, Marek, I'm the biggest Nirvana fan ever. The MTV Unplugged album was not recorded in 1994. It was recorded in 1993, the friend said, and it was only released in 1994. So here's the correction. I was wrong with this one. I was a year off. Honestly, I just relied on what I saw in my Apple Music when I had a look at the album. So thank you, Michael, for this correction. The point still stands. Once you've experimented and experienced something better, going backward feels impossible. Another comment I got from Anna. Thanks, Anna. Dave Grohl from Nirvana is an interesting character. After Nirvana, he didn't go backwards. He created Foo Fighters. He evolved. He moved forward. That's what your employees are doing with AI. They're just not going back to 1994, even if you think they would when you block those tools. And I have a problem myself. I wear these Meta AI glasses at work, and Meta AI is not approved in my office. So am I violating policy if I say ask my glasses to explain what I'm looking at during a meeting? Where's this line between personal use of AI tools and those tools that people bring with or even on themselves? This whole situation makes me think about bring your own AI as this sort of new BYOD concept. But that might be for another newsletter or a podcast. In the meantime, stay curious.